Hi guys, Retro Django here. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I've been all in for Amiga and Commodore 64 for the last 6-8 months, but recently my DOS love is just back and I really enjoy everything with DOS. And I had a Pentium II, 350 megahertz. I just upgraded to this Pentium III, 700 megahertz. Made a video some days ago, last week, and one of my subscribers called Jan, I don't know in English, his name is Jan. He's been a subscriber from the early days, last year. And he actually said that he loves everything with DOS gaming and all that. And he uses a Pentium IV system with a Windows 98 installation, and he also emulates DOS. And he wrote to me that he had some Pentium III processors lying around, and he was in the neighborhood, and I have met him 2 times before, and he actually donated me a handful of Pentium III processors. He don't know if they work, but he said that he does not use them at all, and he really enjoyed my video with my Pentium III build. I made a Pentium III build video. It's about an hour long, and he loved it. So he just gave me some different Pentium III CPUs. I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna compare the compatibility with these old games. Now my machine has got 733 megahertz, and this one is, I don't know if you can read it with the camera now. Focus? No, it does not focus. Well, it says 866 megahertz, 256 cache, and 133 bus. I mean, this is an upgrade. About 133 megahertz. Not because I need to upgrade it, playing DOS games, but it's still incredible, guys. So Jan, thank you, dear friend. It's really an awesome donation. I also got, guys, he also donated me some different sound cards. Now this is one of my cards. I am all in for the AWE32, AWE64 ISA cards. I am in love with them. I love them. But he donated me, I have some of these also, but he donated me this one also. This one is called Soundblaster Live, model number CG 4830. And he said it works all fine. He could play EAX games in another machine he had with, I think he said I should try Diablo 2 with EAX, but he's using this in a Windows XP machine, and he used to use this in a Windows XP machine. So don't know, maybe I will build an XP machine someday, but right now my Windows 98 machine with Pentium III, 733 megahertz, and this one has got installed a Soundblaster 64, I think AWE64, and I'm just in love with this computer. It sounds so great, guys. Oh, Jan also asked me about what's it called? Patreon. Because he wants to support my channel now, and I said, well, you're watching my videos, you are supporting me. it's perfect. And he said something like, supporting so I could buy new hardware so I could review some more or something like that. I don't understand that concept. I mean, if I wanna buy some hardware, I'm gonna buy it with my own money, guys. Why should you pay for it? It's a nice gesture. I also have some comments on some of my videos. I've got some mails about this Patreon thing, but I mean, I don't understand the concept of it. If I like something, I'm gonna buy it, guys, and I'm gonna review it. Thank you. Just watching my videos, that's just support enough For me, I don't know what others do, but for me, just watching my videos, that's just perfect. And some of these donations, they're just incredible. Now Jan, he lives about an hour from me, and this is the third time I talked to the guy. Great guy. So yeah, let's just upgrade this one and see if it works, guys. Actually, in the beginning, when I got this cabinet, I didn't like it because of the design. It's wider than normal, but it's not that high. And that's because instead of having the PSU here at the top, they have turned it around and they laid it here on the front. So the CPU, I mean, it's not, when I saw the design first, it's not that easy to get access to the CPU. And the RAM, as you can see, we got this metal part here. And that actually irritated me because it's not a design that I have seen before. And I was like, I mean, I want to play with all this old hardware and I love to try some different stuff. And this design, I like the look of it, yes, but not the practicality. But if there is something like that, but now after working with it, after I cleaned everything and all that, I just found out that the cabinet, it's a genius solution. I mean, it's not that high. It's, I mean, about it's under a MIDI, between a mini and a MIDI cabinet. But this construction, when I just open it and lay it on the side, the CPU cooler is, can you see the CPU in here? Yes, you can. The CPU cooler is on here, and it's just so easy to just press this one down and have a little screwdriver here and just move it out, and it just lets it go. It's so easy. It's a genius solution. I really like this cabinet now. And I think I'm gonna keep it until I find something else, awesome retro stuff, you know. And I will just take out the 733 megahertz CPU here. Yeah, it's not easy, but I have great access to it. There we go. I just listened to some music, so it's about 30-40 degrees hot. And this is my 733 megahertz, and it runs so perfect. Ideal, it runs at 31 to 33 degrees. And when I really pressure it, I don't know, playing old DOS games, I don't know if that's pressure, but then it comes up and hits about 40 degrees with this OEM Intel cooler. I mean, it's alright. I was actually, if it got about 50 degrees, I think it can run up to maybe 70 degrees, 80 degrees, and it will burn out. But I think if it hits 50 degrees, because I have not played Windows 98 3D games, if it gets a little bit hotter, then as you can see, it's got a fan here that pushes the hot air out, and I will install a fan here at the front. It's got a holder for a 80mm fan that could suck in the cold air, so it could have this little air through gap thingy, so it could get some cold air here and cool the GPU and CPU card down and suck the hot air out. It's a solution, but only if it gets hotter. I haven't played for, you know, many hours. Not yet. It's an early build last week, so yeah. I got some other CPUs here. Not that I think there will be that much of a speed difference, but I think I'm gonna upgrade it with this 866 MHz instead. Also just to check if it works, because the donator didn't know if it worked. So it's got some goo here. I have to remove that, give it some new thermal paste, and I'm gonna install this, and hopefully it works. So let's check it out, guys. The CPU has been installed, and every time I upgrade my computers with a new CPU, the first thing I always do is to remove the BIOS battery. That's something I found out back when I played with, what were they called? Duron and Thoroughbred and all these AMD XP processors. I found out that this is the best solution to do, and it's just stuck on me. So if the new CPU works, it will just pop out in BIOS mode. And I'm just gonna set it on to run, how was it? 866 megahertz. Sorry guys. Yes, the CPU works, and it runs with 433 megahertz. We're gonna enter BIOS, and we're gonna enter. As you can see, I've taken off the battery, and I can set the CPU speed manual, and it's really nice to have a motherboard that you can set the speed manually. Why? That's because if you want to play games like UFO Enemy Unknown, Warcraft 2, I just played for a couple of days with this computer, and running with 733 megahertz, those games does just not work the proper way. All your orcs, they just run and all that. Too much speed, guys. So it's amazing to enter BIOS, and manually also. I'm gonna 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, you can manually set up the megahertz, the bus speed and all that, but we're just gonna say this is the maximum speed. As you can see, the CPU says 133 megahertz. So here we're multiplied with, as you can see, 6.5 -15 multiply, and the system. I'm not good at explaining it, but I hope you know what I mean. And when you multiply, it will give this speed, and now the system and the RAM runs 133 megahertz. So this is the maximum before I overclock, but I'm not gonna overclock this old Pentium III system. I'm not gonna destroy anything. It's 19 years old and it works, and it's just gonna work as it is. So we are at 866 megahertz. And let's just start. Everything has been resetted. You can see the clock. It's from 2000, and yeah. Other than that, I mean, speeding down here, you can speed down to 433. You can actually also disable level 1 and level 2 cache. But if you disable them both, your system will be so slow. But you can play the old games. I'm just gonna check out hardware monitor. I'm just gonna check the motherboard, 29 degrees. CPU temperature. My Pentium III, 733 megahertz. Ideal here in BIOS. It actually runs about 29 to 31 degrees. And this 866 megahertz, it's on 35 degrees. So it runs a little bit hotter, guys. Yeah. I will keep an eye out on that. So let's just let it boot and start a start a game. I don't have so many games in here. I built it some few days ago, but I am totally in love with this machine. 393 megs of RAM, Intel Pentium III, 866 megahertz, and it's such an awesome machine if you want to play DOS games and Windows 98 games. Now I upgraded from that Windows logo. I upgraded from Intel Pentium II sorry guys. I upgraded from Intel Pentium II 350 megahertz, same amount of RAM and also 3D graphic card and all that. But that Windows logo, it was on for a really long time. It loaded and loaded. And it was with a 4.3 gigabyte hard drive. And this one has got a 40 megabyte. I think, of course, it's a newer hard disk. It's faster. But that upgrade from Pentium II, 350 megahertz, to Pentium III, 733 megahertz, is like night and day. What an upgrade! I really feel the difference, and now I got 166 megahertz more. I know in 2019 we got crazy processors, multi-core and all that, but we have to think back 20 years ago. Super nice system, almost 40 megabytes of RAM. It's amazing how much that is. I mean, dating back. So let's just put in a CD. No, let's just start again from the hard drive here. So what do we have? What do we have? 2 seconds, guys. I'm just gonna take a little look. We could start Duke Nukem if I can find Duke. Duke is here. And Duke 3D. Sorry, guys. Oh man, the speed, the loading speed, everything is. Oh, 2 seconds. There we go. Still too high. Like that. All right. I'm a sucker for the sound. I love the sound of these old machines. Is that in VGA mode? 2 seconds, guys. I just want to check something. Really fast, really fast. Let's enter the setup menu here and see if I am. Music is general MIDI, of course. Screen setup, we need VESA 800 by 600. Let's see how it runs with that VESA standard. I love the speed. I mean, we're not getting any younger, man. We don't want to wait. We don't want to just stuck and wait. It must not be too fast. Then you just ruin the gameplay. But who wants to wait for, I mean, loading? No one. Oh, yes, 800 by 600, guys. And it runs groovy. Oh, nice. Jan, thank you for this donation. I am just so happy. I think the Intel Pentium III is just my favorite system. I really enjoy to work and play with that system. I love Pentium III. This is just amazing, guys, and it runs awesome. Also, this monitor is also a donation because I had a widescreen and now I got this the real format from back then. Form factor it's great. So I'm gonna play some Duke Nukem, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And I will be really, really happy if you want to share this video. Share the passion, guys, because oh, it's so amazing to replay. Oh, look at this. What you gonna do? It's just some fun playing this game. Have a nice day, guys. From Retro Django, play some Duke Nukem because it's awesome. Bye.